But I mean, how long could a video game hold a cat's attention? I mean, cats are thinking about some real cosmic shit as they stare out of those windows and watch all these things that they wish they could be outside tearing into pieces.
I'm pretty sure there's tons of videos on YouTube of cats playing, like, iPad games.
I'm pretty sure you could just take Pong and mod the little rectangle so that it's just a laser pointer.
My cats actually hate laser pointers. My dog loves them, though.
Aren't they like illegal in Australia because people were using them to blind pilots?
Yes, apparently this is a worldwide problem. You wouldn't
you
think.
can actually get like 10 years in prison for shining a laser pointer at a airplane in the U.S.
God damn.
Because you are technically endangering the lives of like 200 people when you do that, at least for a larger aircraft.
You absolutely are.
Don't shine laser pointers at airplanes.
That's a bad
PSA
idea.
from Hugs the Cat.
If you're looking for something fun to do on a Friday night, masturbate.
Yeah.
That also applies to every day of the week, and not just nights. Pretty much any time of the day, as long as you're in appropriate company.
It's in fact an acceptable substitute for most forms of mass murder.
Exactly. Why join the Taliban when you can just masturbate?
Mad about girls rejecting you? Just masturbate. Don't kill them.
No need to go on a school shooting today.
More eggs.
And this guy's totally cool with just having them. He's just like, hey, yeah, toss them in the back.
I think he's the guy who had them stolen from him in the first place. Let's talk to him and see what he has to say.
Can this guy tell you're not a rock?
Zora eggs won't hatch unless all eggs that were laid at the same time were brought together. So if like one of them dies in egg form, like none of them will hatch. Zoras have a pretty fucked up like reproductive system.
It's a form of selection wherein they ensure that only the strongest tribes will continue to survive.
So we've completed the Gerudo Pirate Fortress, and now we get to go talk to this fisherman over here, give him some Gerudo tits, and he will give us a seahorse.
Okay, we're going back into PG-13 territory. If any of you kids are too young and don't have a parent or guardian with you, please turn off the channel now or skip ahead until you see...
Please don't stop watching. Please.
Yeah, we need the views, guys. Sorry, you're gonna have to grow up really fast.
This guy's tits are almost as pointy as the Great Fairy's.
Almost as pointy. Great Fairy would still win in a fight.
Maybe they're related.
What? How did I take that picture? How?
You got owned.
Wow.
No, it's a picture of me from behind. And I am fucking baffled right now.
Maybe there was memory corruption in your 100% legal physical N64 console.
Yeah. What Terrence said.
Hello, Mr. Seahorse. Are seahorses fish?
Good question.
Shoot.
Like, most people don't question seahorses, but they're like... Seahorses are fucking weird.
Yeah, what the fuck is a seahorse?
They're
he doesn't want a picture of tits. He wants a picture of the face.
Oh.
Wow, how specific.
And not of me from behind.
Well, that's what you get for making assumptions, Rick.
So we have to go back to Gerudo Fortress.
Aw, dang it.
I've got to say, this seahorse cycle diagram on the Wikipedia article for seahorses is pretty great.
Does it include where the females transfer the eggs into the male's body?
It's got 2 seahorses kissing, and then there's a seahorse with a swollen abdomen, and then that seahorse turns into approximately 9 tiny seahorses, and then all those seahorses reform into a single seahorse.
That's brilliant.
Just like
That's how I'm
Tanukis.
gonna... That's the only way to explain the birds and the bees to your children.
Holy shit, pregnant seahorses look like they swallowed an actual chicken egg.
Have you ever seen like a picture of a kiwi skeleton with the egg like inside?
No.
What?
It's pretty terrifying because kiwi eggs are like basically the size of a kiwi.
I'm looking
Like
this
it takes
right
up
now.
like half of their body mass.
Oh my god.
Poor tiny little birds.
Oh god,
It
I'm
looks
going
like
to
that
die.
one robot from Portal.
Basically. Oh no! No, get back here! I'm gonna die. Ow.
No, Rick, stop dying.
I can't
Right
stop
this
dying.
second.
Cease this immediately. This is nonsense.
I have half a heart and there are boners fish trying to kill me.
Boners fish?
Boner fish.
Boner fish.
I need to get onto this.
My god. We're doomed.
Now I have to try to get
We're
past
all-
her without falling off the boat again.
You know, that might
Her
help.
hitbox is like twice the size of her. Okay, we got this. No. There we go. Waiting. Come on.
Come on, you stupid pictograph.
Yes, throw me out of here. You have hearts? No, arrows. Hearts! Thank God.
The poor
Now I
man's
think we
arrows.
can get the, we can get the, seahorse.
There we go. Unless it turns out to be another strange, supposedly impossible to exist picture.
Well, you saw that. How would I take a picture of that? When did I take a picture like that?
You've broken the laws of Termina physics, Rick. Don't tell me. Don't
You just
ask
got
me
late
how
to
you did
take a
it. You're the one
selfie.
that did it.
A selfie from behind, for
Yeah.
some reason.
That's the new trend.
Back selfies.
I'm gonna go on every social network I have and tell everyone to take back selfies.
Here, take this
But
picture.
what's the difference? What's the difference between a back selfie and someone else taking a picture of you from behind? How would we prove it?
Because your arm is in there in the picture, extending down to your back.
It's truly the new social trend.
So we
It's
got
the
that
Dark
seahorse.
Souls of memes.
Dark Souls and memes. Okay.
Yes.
We're going to Pinnacle Rock, which is those two dicks over there.
Wonderful.
Actually,
This
Pinnacle Rock
game
is
needed-
those, like, 7 dicks behind them. But to get to Pinnacle Rock, you have to go through these 2 dicks.
It's like this erotic novel I once read.
Let's go fight some eels.
Go fight some erotic novels.
Yes. Erotic eagles? Maybe? Huh?
Are they crystal?
Yes.
You have strange powers, my ass. Please follow me.
Ho ho ho.
So this is basically a rehash of the follow the Poe desert puzzle in Ocarina of Time.
Oh, wonderful. That was a terrible puzzle.
But now it's
This
got
one
a cute seahorse, so it's good again.
Yes.
Yeah.
This one isn't so bad because you're not completely blinded by sand.
Yes.
My ass, can you please find a way to rid the area of all the sea snakes? Yeah,
My
just
ass
stuff
can
all
do
the
anything.
just stuff all the sea snakes into your ass.
Yeah.
That's the only real way to use sea snakes.
Exactly. What good are sea snakes doing for
Jesus.
anybody if not really kinky anal play?
I really can't think of anything.
Exactly.
One egg. Where are the other eggs? So these things don't look anything remotely like the eels from Super Mario 64. My bad.
You were on crack when you said that. We forgive you.
I'm still on crack.
We're all on crack.
Butt crack. We are playing as my ass, after all.
I'm very high on butt crack at all times.
I have a butt crack addiction. I go to Butt Cracks Anonymous 5 times a week. It's been tough, you know. But you gotta do it for your family if you love them. Guys, if you think you or someone you love might be addicted to butt cracks, get help.
Or join in the fun.
Or join in the fun. Give in to the dark side of anal cavities.
Now
I
we're
thought
just
they
talking
only
about
had
the
a
butt
dark
crack.
side.
We're talking about the butt crack, not the whole penis. Okay, there's a difference.
Ah. Well, I mean, not a very important difference.
Are you saying the outside of the butt and the inside of the butt aren't like different enough to like require mention?
I mean, they're
What
just
fucked up
like
world do you live in, man?
That's like saying
they're
there's
kind
no
of
difference
part
between...
of the same package, you know? Like, you can't have a butt crack without an anus, or vice versa.
You totally could.
Yeah, like what if you have like a colonectomy?
Or
what
if
if
you're
you
just
have
so ridiculously skinny that you just don't have butt cheeks at all. You just have a hole at the bottom of your back.
I actually saw a thing about a guy with no butt crack earlier. Like he had a bad infection and they ended up basically cutting off his butt.
Wow, that's a
shouldn't be
really
laughing.
weird coincidence that you'd you'd see that and bring it up now. Strange world we live in here.
The man with no ass. I'd watch a
Truly the
documentary
medical
about that.
story of the century.
I would watch a documentary about that.
Right? Me too.
Did he originally have an ass? What happened to his ass if he did? How was life different for one without an ass? Is sitting
What did they do
painful
with
for
his
someone
ass
without
after
an
they
ass?
took it off?
That is also a good question. Was it donated to other people without asses? Or was it completely
You would
unsalvageable? Is there such thing as an ass transplant?
Right? Can I donate my ass to somebody in need?
Please
But then
donate
you'd
to
have no
Asses for the
ass.
Assless.
Asses
And
without
I mean,
borders.
let's be honest. Some people just don't need their asses anymore. Can
need
they
my ass.
opt in to trade their asses for other body parts?
Replace your ass with another face.
Yes.
That's a good trade. That
It's
is-
just
that's
like
a
in the
pretty
first
solid
Harry
trade.
Potter movie.
Oh, that was a good one.
So
That
we've got
tickled me.
two of 3 at Pinnacle Rock. And we just need to go to get the last one. I thought about saving some time and going to get the like the bottle from the beaver races, but that actually wouldn't save any time because it takes a while to get there.
And then we're recording ourselves doing the beaver races.
And now we're back onto female genitalia.
That's how it goes.
Have you guys ever heard of the city Beaver, Utah?
How many Canadian cities are named Beaver?
Let's look it up right now. List of Canadian cities with beaver in the name. Canadian place names, unusual and unique. Look up the word beaver, Beaver Dam, Big Beaver, Beaver Crossing, Beaver Dell.
Wait, Big Beaver?
Big Beaver.
The
My
biggest
God.
beaver of them all.
I'm looking up Big Beaver on Wikipedia as we speak. Big Beaver is a borough in Beaver County, Pennsylvania, United States. Now hold on, this is the American Big Beaver. We're looking for the Canadian Big Beaver. Big Beaver, Saskatchewan. Big Beaver is a hamlet in the Canadian province of Saskatchewan, listed as a designated place by Statistics Canada. The hamlet had a population of 15 in the Canada 2006 census.
15?
15.
Were they all beavers?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, even if it is a big beaver, it's still pretty impressive that they managed to fit 15 people inside of it.
They're enjoying the raspberry tasting extracts from the beaver's anus.
I went to Google image search and typed in Big Beaver, which I really shouldn't have done. I just wanted to see what the hamlet looked like. There are some very big beavers here, though. There's also a
where's
picture of
that
an
last
8-year-old at
egg?
Hooters.
What does that have to do with Big Beaver?
I don't know. Maybe it's the Hooters in Big Beaver. Population of 15 still needs a Hooters.
Ah, of course. How are you gonna live in the dark, murky depths of Saskatchewan? Big Beaver without a Hooters. What's there to live for without one?
There's always Tim Hortons.
It's just not the same, though.
And that's true out of context, too. There's always Tim Hortons.
It's true. The other day, I was legitimately lamenting the fact that Google Maps didn't have a locate Tim Hortons along this route option.
I mean, it really should be just included in the default, you know?
It should.
Yeah,
I
that
want to
should
know how
have
many
been
minutes.
If you're on Google.ca, it should be a given that you're looking for a Tim
Exactly.
Hortons.
I just want to
I
know
mean,
how many
why
minutes
else?
I'm going to have to go along on the trip before I run into a Tim Hortons for breakfast and lunch.
Right?
And dinner? And dessert?
And brunch. And snacks in between.
There's really not much to say here. I'm just searching for the fucking egg.
Yeah, we kind of haven't talked about the game in like 20 minutes.
I've been saying stuff about it.
I mean,
At least one of us is dedicated to the game.
So the other day I was at
I mean,
Tim
you know.
Hortons.
Were you playing Majora's Mask at this Tim Hortons?
No, I ordered a hazelnut coffee with 2 milks because a friend recommended it, but I didn't realize that the hazelnut shots weren't a sugar syrup. Because at most cafes, if you order a flavor shot, it's a sugar syrup. But at Tim Hortons, it's just a flavor. And so it just tasted like a really unsweet hazelnut milk coffee, and it was really unsatisfying.
I'm sorry for your loss, Terrence.
Life goes on.
It's a harrowing tale.
It is, but I've learned from it, and I'm a better person now.
Well, that's good at least. You've grown because of your harrowing Tim Hortons experience.
I know a lot about Tim Hortons now.
That's like implying you didn't before.
Well, all Canadians are born with an innate knowledge of Tim Hortons to some extent, but you can become more skilled over time.
It's like an instinct, like birds migrating, you know? But with Tim Hortons.
Yes, Canadians have magnets in their head aligned to Tim Hortons.
It's true.
The moment that you are born as a Canadian, you simply come out of the womb, shake off all of that umbilical fluid, and then you start going, oh man, cold enough for you, eh? Oh, I could really go for a Timmy's now. Anyone want to bring out the truck for a rip?
Thank you, my ass.
Beautiful.
They gave my ass a piece of heart.
I love it when they do that.
Oh hey, those two seahorses were kissing and enacting one of the 4 steps in the Wikipedia article.
Soon they'll split into 9 smaller seahorses before recombining into one seahorse.
Yes, if you actually...
Part of the seahorse cycle.
Little known fact about this game, if you come back during different parts, like at the end of the 3rd day, they will actually be in the process of recombining back into one seahorse.
Using their fusion card. Polymerization.
That's right. Actually, no, they do the fusion dance from Dragon Ball Z.
Seahorses don't have arms.
They don't.
They just have fins and a tail.
Little known fact, you can do the
spirit.
dance with fins.
At least they're hydrodynamic. So we got all the fish eggs. What a harrowing adventure. Made 1 billion times easier by the stone mask.
Thank you, Stone Mask. And now what do we get for all our hard work?
A song.
Yeah. Because the hills are alive with the sound of music. The hills have eyes.
I watched The Hills Have Eyes 2 once, and it was the most garbage fucking movie I've ever seen. It's bad.
What about Garbage Fuckers 3, Garbage Fuckers Return?
At least the acting was good in that one.
He's got a point.
They were really
And
into
honestly,
fucking that garbage.
These are
how
what Zora
bad can
babies
you-
look like.
So, how do Zoras have sex exactly? We've
They
been on
just-
this topic all night, more or less, but
The
like, they
male
don't
just
have...
dumps their sperm in the ocean, and then the
Oh.
female swims through it.
So why
Nah,
did they
dude.
have that subplot with those two Zora falling in love? What was the point?
Because
They
true
just-
love... It takes true love to dump your sperm in the ocean.
Alright, can't argue with that. Sometimes I see a nice girl and it just, you know, heart flutters a little bit, you get some butterflies, and then you just run off to the Gulf of Mexico and dump each other's genetic material into a little pond. It's really romantic, honestly.
I can't believe BP funded that.
Right? But I mean, after the oil spill, kinda had to make it up, you know, somehow.
No, that was the oil spill.
Is it hot in here, or is it just me?
Been around the
Alright.
world, don't speak the language. But your ocean sperm don't need explaining.
Exactly.
I've got to play
Terrence.
the song for the Zora's mother. And then she will no longer be mute. And then a giant turtle will appear, and will grapple hook onto its back, and travel to a temple that looks like a giant fish.
That sounds like the plot to a Studio Ghibli film.
Well, we're playing a Studio Ghibli film. Didn't you know?
It's true, Studio Ghibli films are basically Zelda.
It's a little known fact, but Miyazaki's full name is actually an anagram for Miyamoto's full name, if you include middle names and all such.
Are
It's
middle
also
names
an
a thing in
anagram from
Japan?
Minecraft.
I don't think middle
so,
names
no.
are a thing in Japan. But if you invented middle names for them, then their names could be anagrams for each other. How amazing would that be?
Why are middle names a thing in like in English-speaking countries and such?
Because we kept naming our kids the same thing, so we figured, hey, they should probably have different names. No, I've actually done some... I actually did some research on this, and if my research in 6th grade history class wasn't incorrect, it actually has to do with the fact that your last name was actually based upon your vocational training. So if you were a blacksmith, your name would be Joe Smith, for example. But there were plenty of Joe Smiths. I mean, we only had like 10 commonly used names, you know? So they had to differentiate their ilk from others in the same line of work.
I finally played the right song. I'm glad you were talking so as not to embarrass me while I was doing that.
You played
All
the
the
shitty
people not
breakcore
caring
intro.
about my story at home were very, very entranced by your tragically terrible musical skills, Rick.
Yeah, all I got out of that was that Will Smith is a blacksmith, and so is Jaden
Yes.
Smith.
Yes. Like their
Where do you
father
think they got
before
the
them.
name?
Yeah.
This rock turns into a turtle.
That's how it works, right? Magic.
Hello, Mr. Turtle.
Oh my god. The game is getting real now.